County is the 13th most populous county in the United States. How is the county doing when it comes to incarceration? Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Hess and this is Comcast Newsmakers. Joining me now is Wayne County Sheriff Benny Napoleon, who would know better than anyone else how the county is doing. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me, Laurel.
And you have been a big proponent fighting for more funds, for more training, really to help the whole process of properly incarcerating those that we need to.
Well, you know, the real issue is I think the public really is not getting the full story. I mean, they're getting one side of the picture. The fact is, the Wayne County Jail has a capacity of 2,800 prisoners per day. I can actually house 2,800. On any given day, though, I have about 2,200 who are actually in the 3 jails, with another 500 or 600 who are assigned to electronic monitoring, a tether. But I am budgeted for only 1,800 prisoners. So I have 1,000 people per day more than I've actually been budgeted for. And this is not a new phenomenon. This has been happening for 40 years. And I clearly demonstrated to the commission and the executive, who knows because he was in the same position that I was in before he was elected county executive. The fact is we have to start taking public safety serious. We have people who are out on tether, quite frankly, that we would prefer to have incarcerated in the jail, but we just don't have the funding to do it. Irrespective of fully utilizing the alternative to incarceration, we're still utilizing about 1,000 hours a day in overtime because of severe staff shortages. The county acknowledges that I am 100 people short. They will acknowledge that. I know and believe that we're about 300 people short, wow. Which means that we have excessive overtime occurring in the jail. Which creates a lot of problems for those who are trying to manage this very serious situation.
So we have a new mayor. We're emerging out of bankruptcy. There's a lot of changes and good things happening. Do you see perhaps that funding coming your way? Any changes? You said this has been an issue for 40 years. Could we say next year that we've solve the problem? What do we need to do?
Well, I am optimistic. We have a new county executive coming into office in January. He's a career law enforcement person who understands public safety, emergency management, and disaster planning. Those are critical things that any county should be concerned about now, because emergencies and disasters don't make appointments. They happen. And when they happen, you have to be prepared. I know that the incoming CEO understands that, and hopefully as he's making priorities for the county, he will make a different, he'll look at it through a different lens, and I really am confident of that. We may not get everything that we want, but I think we'll have a better conversation when it comes to what the jails need, because he grew up in the organization. He understands what it's like to be a deputy in a jail, working a pod or working a floor, working the cell, so I'm confident that we'll do better.
Very quickly, because we don't have a lot of time, and we do want to ask you, what is the current situation with the new jail, and what, if any, say do you have, and what would you like to see happen? Well,
for the first time, I think I'm fully engaged in the process. I haven't been up to this point, much to my chagrin. We are talking with the original developers, and they are confident that we will come up to some formal resolution shortly after the transitioning to the new CEO. We are talking, we are working on it.
And obviously you have an opinion. Either way, what would happen? What would be the best case scenario?
Well, the best case scenario is that we build a jail that would allow me to shut down all 3, because it's that redundancy that increases the cost. As I operate 3 facilities, and you know, I was trying to figure out how to explain this all the time, but really it's just very simple. Is it cheaper to run 3 houses, or is it cheaper to run 1? So if we get 1, we save money for the taxpayers.
Nope, that makes sense. Thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure, Laurel. Thank you.
Today's Comcast Newsmaker was Wayne County Sheriff Benny Napoleon.